Howdy Simmers, I'm TheSimmingKoalaa and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a good day. Today I am bringing you guys another speed build, and this build is actually a little bit different because it is not available on the gallery. And the reason for that is that this house was built for my legacy save. And no, I am not talking about the Cardigan Legacy, which will be making a return soon. For those who may not be aware, I love playing long saves. Like, I am a family player. I love creating families and their stories, and I have a family that I have been playing with for over 2 years. They are 11 generations in, and I am absolutely in love with this family. But it's about time that they moved into a new house, and I love building the houses for my families because I am so attached to this family, and I have very specific ideas for what I want this to be. So I typically have my families live in these very, grassy worlds, things like Copperdale and Willow Creek. And for this build, I really wanted a change of scenery. And I never play in any of the desert worlds. Oasis Springs, Strangerville. It's just never been my cup of tea. But I decided to build this house in Oasis Springs, and this is where I'm going to be moving in my Generation 11 sim and her mother, who is currently an elder. Just because, I needed a change of scenery, for real. It gets tiring playing in the same worlds constantly and for long periods of time. Plus, building out in one of the desert worlds gave me an opportunity to mess around with the Desert Lux kit that came out a few weeks ago. And I just wanted to use basically everything from it as much as I could. So we're using the new couch from that kit, and I have put a lot of custom content into this build because it is a personal save that I am putting this into. So that's the main reason why it's not up on the gallery, is because I use a lot of custom content and I don't know what all I used. And usually when I put stuff on the gallery, it's with the intention that you guys will actually be able to use it. So I try to not use custom content usually when I am building for the gallery. This is not one of those cases. So lots of custom content all around the house, but I think it turned out pretty nice, actually. It's definitely a different style than what I am used to building because I don't build out in Oasis Springs, and I did want to try to make at least the exterior look similar to the rest of the houses in Oasis Springs. So that was a bit different. But for the most part, I mean, it is still kind of the same interior that I typically do. A little bit more spacious, though, I think, than other builds. I am very much a cozy builder. I like to keep things small. I like to keep things not cluttered, but, very cozy, very lived in, essentially. I try to keep everything close-knit, and this is a bit more spacious of a house. So I did go ahead and in the back use that open archway door leading out to the back patio because I love that door. I wanted an excuse to use it. I don't know how convenient it is because there's nothing separating the rest of the house from the outside. But, we'll see it when we get to it. For the most part, I tried to keep things fairly neutral, I think, in terms of color of objects. I think with maybe the wallpaper later on, it gets a little bit colorful, but I did something a little bit different, which is I saved the wallpaper for last, and I just furnished everything first, because a lot of my buildings are... A lot of the furnishings are determined or based on what color the wallpaper is for that room. Here I am building Marceline's room. Right off the bat, I knew everything was going to be pink in this room just because Marceline, who is my Gen 10 sim, she's a very pinky gal. Pink is definitely the color I associate with her, so I kept everything in this room pink, basically. But yeah, I've never, when building, done wallpaper last. So this was kind of an experiment for me. It was interesting trying to look for wallpapers that matched with the aesthetic of the rooms. because usually it's the opposite way, and I'll just put all the furnishings after I pick out the wall color, and then it just turns into a whole mess. So, yeah. I believe this house is 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, if I remember correctly. I built this house a few weeks ago, and I've just been pushing off the editing. Also, one of the things, I actually split the recording into 2 halves. So later on, it's been a few days that have passed from the first recording to the second, and so me getting back into kind of the mindset of this house. It took me a minute to figure out what I was supposed to be doing and what I had my layout set as. But this house does include an office and also a playroom for the future kids, because I don't really add those in ever, and I thought it would be a nice touch. So I do cut out the playroom building, though, because it just took me way too long to figure out how I wanted to do that, and you'll see it at the end of the video. I took pictures and everything, and yeah. So I'm actually kind of happy with how this office turned out. I think it's really cute. It's kind of a small area, but I love the colors that I used in here. I think they look really nice, especially between the chairs. That, like, minty green color that I picked out, or like mint blue. I don't know exactly what color it was, and that pink. I just think they look so well together. For the bathrooms, I kept basically everything the same appliance-wise, other than, like, maybe using the bath and shower combination in a bathroom or two. I do try to stay consistent with my appliances between bathrooms, trying to use the same stuff, so it kind of looks like it goes together and isn't just like a bunch of random things all thrown into a house. But yeah, so 3 bathrooms, 1 for a guest bathroom, I suppose, 1 for maybe the kids upstairs, and then the guest bathroom, or not guest bathroom, the main bathroom, master bathroom for the parents in their room. So yeah, this is Nori's room, and Nori is my Gen 11 sim, so this is where her and her partner will be staying at. I went ahead and did a double dresser type of thing here, which I don't typically do because there's really no need for it, but I went ahead and did it anyway, just to do something a little bit different. But yeah, so as I have said, I have been playing with this family for over 2 years. We're on Generation 11 right now. I can't remember exactly when I started playing with this family, but I know it has been over 2 years. So I really have loved playing with each generation of this family right from the get-go. And when I started the family, I didn't even know that I was going to get this far. I didn't know I was going to get so attached to this family. And here we are several years later. And I'm actually really proud of myself for continuing on this far with the single family, because I know a lot of people, especially when it comes to The Sims 4, have a very difficult time sticking to a family past the 2nd generation. And so for me to get as far as I have is just insane, but amazing. You'll see here for the kids' rooms, I kept it very generic with, like, this little custom content crib and the diaper changing station. I was originally going to put in, like, full beds and dressers and all that stuff, but I figured this is a house that toddlers are going to be living in, and literal babies, so I kept it very generic just for that point, because there's no point in furnishing something if I'm just going to end up deleting everything for the purpose of, you know, raising toddlers and babies. And so for now, I just kept it very generic, and as the kids age up, I will change stuff around and fix up their rooms. I did include this little Don't Wake the Llama playset up there, just because I thought we needed something a little bit fun. I never really mess with those, like, family games in this game, so I thought it was nice to kind of put on that landing area, especially since it was such a big space. So I'm excited to see them use that, and I really like that I used the mix and match colors and all that. I think it's really nice. As you can see here, I did color the walls, or paint the walls, with very colorful things. We are getting into the back now, So this is where I really started using stuff from the kit. We got the fireplace there, we got some of the stone benches, the new grill as well. And I made kind of a trellis thing here, using columns and this back wall to kind of support the fireplace there. And because of how tall it is, it was kind of difficult for me to figure out how I wanted to mark the trellis here. But as you can see, I end up going for this more square look, and I just cut out that middle bit there so that way there's still enough room for the top of the fireplace without it cutting into anything. So yeah, I mean, this is essentially the house. I tried to get the landscaping as close to the rest of the environment's landscaping as I could, so I used some plants that I see around that look very similar, and I just do the best I can. We know this. I'm not good at landscaping. Um, so yeah, I'm actually really happy with this build. I think it came out pretty nice, and I'm excited to move my family into it. I even included a mailbox on the wall, so that's the house. And here are the screenshots for you guys. I took a lot of them, so just bear with me as they come around. But yeah, I'm hopeful that the family I end up moving in here likes the decorations. You know how they get that little moodlet that's like nicely decorated. I worked hard on this house, so if they don't think that it is nicely decorated, I will be very disappointed. But here is the playroom. I am absolutely in love with the wallpaper that I chose, that little starry wallpaper. I just think it is so cute. But this turned out very nice, I think, and I can't wait to get them moved in. So I'm a go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials. Links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.